So as a massive Mortal Kombat fan, I am so pleased to see that Mortal Kombat 1 is absolutely bloody brilliant, as I was a little bit unsure as to how they were going to continue with the ending from MK11 Aftermath, especially as they have already gone down the reboot route with MK9, where, you know, things were happening slightly differently to how they did happen in the main timeline. However, what they did with MK1 was absolutely revolutionary and pretty flawless, as they told a new story which echoes back to the past. So you're kind of experiencing something really new this time, but also pretty familiar, and you are expecting certain things to happen, but then they happen slightly differently. It was honestly coming together in such an awesome way. And MK9, 10, and 11 were definitely borrowing from the original trilogy, whereas this time they were actually taking a lot more inspiration from Deception, Deadly Alliance, and the awesome Armageddon. And I just love the new partnerships that were taking place with certain beloved characters, as well as the inevitability of certain characters going down the evil wrong path. And as Liu Kang has pretty much created this world, it was really interesting, as a lot of different characters are fundamentally trying to attain peace. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious how certain evil big bad villains are true shadows of their former self, mainly Shao Kahn, who is now a general to Sindel. Honestly, it was a little bit mind-blowing, but pretty hilarious and epic at the same time. And it definitely wouldn't be Mortal Kombat without a classic showdown between Liu Kang and Shang Tsung, and it was really, really cool to see that once again taking place, and we have a mysterious figure that is whispering into the evil characters' minds to definitely send them down the dark path. And at a time where all franchises pretty much are going down the multiverse route, it was cool to see Mortal Kombat's interpretation of the multiverse. But I have to say, they actually did it really, really well, especially when they were showing variants of certain characters and how they can be truly barbaric, whilst also really respecting everything that has gone on beforehand. As for example, the Kitana of the original timeline is now a Titan in her own particular universe, and she is the one that is now working alongside Liu Kang. So I honestly thought all of that came together so well. So they weren't forgetting or completely rebooting and erasing the past. If anything, they dived into it whilst also coming up with a brand new outcome. So they were continuing everything in the most respectful way possible. So I just loved the way that everything transpired at the end. And I loved it how both endings are pretty much canon from Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, as you are thinking that actually the Liu Kang one is the true one, and the Shang Tsung one is just an Elseworld storyline that didn't really happen. But actually they both did happen, and there are now multiple different universes, so it definitely does borrow a lot from what you have seen in Marvel Studios' explanation of how the multiverse definitely does work. Like I said, I love the new team-ups, which were just so good. So I loved seeing Reptile, Baraka, and Ashrah joining the main crew, which was just so unbelievable. Johnny Cage was still Johnny Cage. It was really, really cool to see Raiden in a completely different way to how you normally do see him depicted, along with Kung Lao. And then you do see in the classic timeline, you know, these guys are still Titans in different universes. So it was just so good. And I loved Smoke, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion really being a truly formidable trio. And I just feel like, you know, if Sub-Zero didn't go down the evil dark path, them as a trio set could be truly unstoppable and were just so cool. Mileena having a lot of explanation of how she got to become the Mileena that you do classically see with the disease. All of that explanation was really, really good. A true sisterly bond for once with Kitana and being the daughters of Sindel. I just loved them as a little trio too, and, you know, being really powerful women in this Amazon type area and kind of being the princesses of that, along with Shao Kahn being their general. Like I said, pretty humiliating for the classic Shao Kahn character, but it did come together in a really cool way. And I loved the Kenshi animated special movie that they released a couple of years ago, so it was really cool to see him here too, as he has the potential of being such a brilliant lead character. So I loved it how, you know, they did kind of elevate him so much more than you did see in the original storytelling for the video games. Ermac is literally such a boss, such a wicked character, and I love that he was actually becoming on the good side, which you really don't see, as of course all of the lost souls were then infused in him, so they were able to bring back Sindel's original husband, which was really, really wicked. I do think they could have and should have done a little bit more with Rain and Nitara, as they could have been really, really cool characters. Loved all of the evil deadly alliances, Quan Chi with Shang Tsung, with Raiden, with Liu Kang, with Shao Kahn, all of those little trio unexpected partnerships were really, really brilliant. I think it was the right thing not to bring Shinnok back yet, as of course there are going to be future characters where you can see all of these bigger evil characters coming in the future. I love how they were having cameo appearances this time from Jack, Sonya, and of course Motoro, which was really, really brilliant, as of course they are classic characters, but I think it was the right decision to actually park them as well and just focus on the characters that they did focus on. The Armageddon Pyramid ending where there's just non-stop battles and you get to see even more variants of certain characters was pretty wicked too. And we get a mid-credit scene, so we see the Titan Havik is actually here to cause chaos with his own particular army, and I just think it is going to be so, so cool. They did say that MK1 is going to be the main focus for a number of different years, so I'm sure that we will see a continuation of this storyline actually coming into the story DLC in a very similar way to how they did with Aftermath. So overall, I absolutely loved Mortal Kombat 1. I feel like they literally did breathe new life into this franchise and just created something really, really spectacular and super exciting, super innovative, super fun, and I just cannot wait to see what's going to happen from a storyline point of view in the future. But as far as Mortal Kombat 1 is concerned, I absolutely loved it and I'm going to give it a mega 7.5 out of 10. Now I'd love to hear what you thought of the storyline taking place in Mortal Kombat 1, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.